Hello everybody and welcome back to Bedrock Survival with Fix. We are starting the actual, indeed, new kingdom, I guess. I kind of feel weird about calling it a kingdom given that there's, you know, stuff like right around here. But yeah, it's going to be this Tuscan Mediterranean styled area here. And the very first thing I want to do is I want to plant some rose bushes. So the lore around this place is that these folks here who live here are rose bush seller people, right? I mean, that's kind of their idea. So first thing I'm gonna need is basically all the bone meal I can get. We're gonna have to get a whole bunch of rose bushes. But before we do that, I gotta figure out how exactly I want to do the border around this place. I'm probably thinking primarily cobblestone, kind of the usual, if you will, but I think that it's going to work well with these cliffs, and yeah, I think it'll be a good thing. So where I want to do is I want to put down a field here, and I'm going to show you how I put down these fields because I find this is the best way to get organic shape. Yeah, you can do it like this where you're placing every block, but I find that that doesn't help you see where you're going quite as well. So if you put down sort of like a dotted line and then later you play connect the dots, I think that actually works a lot better for making a nicely shaped medieval looking field, right? And this is going to be kind of how we do this. We're going to do a field right here, leaving room for a dirt path, or probably dirt path around the side here, and just kind of follow the road around, and then we're going to turn it up right about here, and then bring it down here along this way. Okay, this is going to be our rose field. Now I did do some Google image searching, and I looked for how the heck rose bushes are actually farmed, and they're farmed pretty much exactly how you would think. They're farmed in big rows of fields of rose bushes. That's pretty much it. It's not anything more than that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set aside this field here, and then we're gonna just make rows of rose bushes. Now, the way I'm thinking about doing the rows, I'm thinking that we're going to go, well, for one thing, I don't ever do straight lines. Straight lines in Minecraft, they look very Minecrafty. So I'll be doing some sort of diagonal. But it's going to be one row of rose bush, one path block, one rose bush, one path block. It's not going to be too deep or anything like that. I think it's probably the closest I could find to how it's really done in images. And yeah, that's cool. So the next thing we gotta do is go get some slabs and kind of fill out the sides of this. And I think it's going to be a good start. I have got to tell you, I am really starting to get that feeling. I'm starting to get that feeling in this area already, and we basically just started working on it. So I'm working on expanding the roads a little bit in size, although I do have the... I think the basic layout of the roads should be good. Let's get some height here and check it out. Yeah, so we have the road that's going along here. I do have this little road sort of in the rose garden, just because I didn't start with this. I had roses going all the way through it, and I thought, like, boy, it's a lot of the same, right? Now, there's one thing that I might potentially hate about this, and it's going to be something that we're going to look at together. I may potentially hate that there's grass underneath these rose bushes. It's something I didn't really think about, to be honest, at all. And as I was putting them down, I kind of realized, like, oh, wait a second, these rose bushes aren't going to require tilled soil, right? So the soil is all going to be green, and I don't know how I feel about it. If I hate it, then I will go through the pain, and it will be pain, of tearing out all the roses and re-putting them back in, if that's what we need to do to make this look right. But I left it for now because I want to sort of see how it feels. See how it feels with having primarily, well, exclusively green grass. And then one more thing I want to add to this green grass is I want to come back in and add some bone meal and some ferns and stuff to some tall ferns, you know, to help look like some of these rose bushes aren't grown yet. And I think using tall grass or ferns, or maybe a combination, is probably gonna be the way to do that and pull that off. So I'm going to continue working on well, basically making this whole road either path block or coarse dirt. And then we'll figure out what next after the roads. I think probably what we'll do next is lay out the houses, but I'm going to know a lot more once I see this. I think I just feel like I need to see it. I need to see it built. You know, I need to see the roads, see where everything is laid out, and then go from there. And that's going to be very telling on what sort of the next logical step is going to be on this. Sometimes you think you have this big plan, and then when you actually see it start to come together, all of a sudden you have to do a 180 and adjust your plan, and that's fine. That's just kind of the game. That's kind of Minecraft, right? All right, then I got the roads laid out and I like them. Hey, I just want to say I want to apologize for my audio in the last couple of issues. As you know, if you've been watching the series, I've been actually having some audio problems going back probably 10 or 15 episodes. I really am struggling with getting sorted out, but I'm very hopeful that they are sorted out now. I think actually the problem was my my mixer that I use to go into the computer. So I've changed that out and I'm really hopeful. I always thought it was levels because I don't really know what I'm doing as far as levels and stuff goes, but I think it was actually, I think maybe the mixer is just going bad and that's why I'm getting all those peaks. And anyway, I'm hopeful that it's good. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I know bad audio is tough to listen to. I feel you. I'm the same way. Like whenever I click on a video, if the audio is pretty bad, I'm very likely not going to hang in there for all that long. That's just kind of the way it is. All right. So anyway, I think it's good now, and I think I got the roads laid out. I really wish I had a like a perch or something, because I just keep flying up here and taking a look. You only get a really quick little look, but or a slow fall potion or something that could help. Anyway, yeah, so this is the layout of the Tuscan city that we're going to be working on. I think it's really nice, actually. I think it's really good. I did run out of bone meal. My entire world, I've taken all the bone meal. I need a good bone meal farm. If you have any designs, maybe you could send them over my way, and that would be cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off all my stuff, and then I'm going to head over and get some different colored wool from my wool farm. And start laying out some houses. I think I might actually lay out all the houses of the whole place. This is shaping up nicely. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to lay out just a small little segment of this. Look how many spiders there are. It's a spider party. And then what we'll do is we'll work on sort of different segments, different days. I don't want to lay out this entire city, because the thing is, if I let this whole city lay out like all the wool everywhere and I'm like all done with wool, I'm like, yeah, I nailed it. Then I decide, oh, you know what we should do? We should do something else totally. Then I'm going to be stuck having to clean up a whole bunch of wool for no real reason. So instead, what we're going to do is just do like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 at a time and sort of work in like segments. And then so, you know, we'll just populate it that way. I think, oh, this looks so nice. It's so cool. I mean, this is before any flowers, any trees, any grass, the whole bit. This is just this, and I think it is quite nice. So here's the plan. Okay, the plan is going to be, I'm going to knock out these houses up here today, even though there's, how many are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 houses up here, and then I'll do those like a different day. But let me knock out these 4, and I'm going to do it really simply. I'm going to do them exactly according to this. The only thing I'm thinking of is making eventually some, maybe using, I don't know, maybe I feel like I should mix in a little bit of other stuff. I don't want them to all be the same. I feel like that's gonna be so bland. But I think once I get 2 or 3 done, then I'm gonna have a better idea of what I should do next. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I'll see it and I'm like, okay, this is too much to answer. Or it's like, oh no, they kind of work together as if they got all of their materials from the same place, right? So let me get to work here. I'll put down the foundations and probably the roofs of most of these places, and then we'll go from there. Solid. I am starting to really like this style. It's peculiar because it's so similar to desert style, just with grass, and it looks totally different grass and like a lot more greenery, but like it's very I don't know, it's very similar to the style that I used back in the Realm of Vasten on Sandrasku, which is, you know, very square buildings with different heights and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that it's similar and yet a little bit different. But yeah, I'm gonna go for this. So I'll do the walls and the roofs and stuff here. But I wanted to show out this sort of, well, I don't know, skeleton look and see what you think of that. Let's go through a little bit of the thinking process here behind these houses, because I really like them. However, that being said, die cow, I need to eat you. That being said, it's a lot of the same palette, and I think, you know, look, I know I said on an earlier clip, probably even last clip perhaps, I said, hey, I think I'm going to try to keep all these the same palette. Ha, no, I'm already out. It's just, it's, even if I dress it up like this with a bunch of leaves and stuff like that, look at this, look. Oh, no, I can't do it. So I went over to the Mesa and I grabbed a whole bunch of sort of earthy tone terracottas. Now, it's like I didn't choose them to be earthy tone. That's just the level I'm at, but I really like it. Orange, regular, and brown is going to be really nice. So I think that's going to be the palette for this. Now, that being said, I also, in addition, want a different block for right here on some of these houses, right? Some are going to be exactly like this, and that'll be great. Some will be like, say, like this, right? Like that. And that'll be really nice too. I'm going to need a different crossbeam, and I think that the different crossbeam is probably going to be birch, I think. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm thinking that we go with birch, and I think the place I'm going to get it at is going to be a place that we're going to be developing here shortly, and that's going to be sort of this area right over here. This is going to be its own little section of the city. So let me go chop down some birch, and I'll just end everything, and then we'll figure out what's next. I just want to break into today's episode because I just learned on Twitter that that Paranor, who was a mod of mine for a while, is a mod of Joel Duggan's and Cosmic Dancers, and just a community friend of a lot of people. Unfortunately, and maybe surprisingly, I'm not sure, Paranor passed on yesterday or last night. At the time this video is coming out, like 2 days ago, and so I didn't know Paranor really well, but what I did know of him was incredibly kind and sincere and genuine, and it's really sad that he's not with us anymore. I don't know. Like I say, I don't know. I don't know him. I didn't know him a lot, and I didn't know if he was maybe in bad health, or maybe people saw this coming. But regardless of that, it doesn't necessarily make it easier. So, if you've been in the community, in specifically Joel's community, Joel Duggan's community is kind of the one I'm thinking of because he's always there. Pixel Rift's community, and you're here watching this video. My heart goes out to you, and I'm a little in shock, as I guess it always is when these things happen. So, sending prayers and warm wishes and the most sincere condolences out to Paranor, his family, and the entire Minecraft community, who are all in mourning for losing a really great friend of a lot of us. So, hope you're in a better place, Paranor, and we'll think of you. Okay, I can already tell that adding in some of this color is going to be a really positive thing, and keeping it to a palette is going to be better, I think, as well. Now, I did go grab a whole bunch of birch, and I'm thinking it's going to be strip logs, actually, is probably the way to go. We're not going to use the straight up birch, but let's just see how this feels. Yeah, that's gonna work just fine, and this way also, by doing it this way, we can use birch stairs and stuff like that, and I think it should actually work out really well. So let's just go, let's go right along here. I'm looking right now how much birch I have, and I did absolutely not get enough. We could even use the sandstone stairs. Geez, it almost fits perfectly here. Let's see. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's just change out one. And we'll see how that looks. The other option, actually, that might be okay is maybe oak stairs. Actually, oak stairs might work. So we'll have to see. Do I have a... Yeah, let's just put this right. Way to go, Fix, you idiot. Okay, let's try this. Let's just make that many. I don't think I have any, actually. So we can test this together and just see how it feels. Right there. Okay. Oof. I guess, okay, look, birch is better, but only by a tiny little bit. So yeah, either way is going to be a win there. But yeah, so these two houses together, do they look like the same style? I think so. I think they do. And then also, then we can do some of this thing. That's kind of the ornamentation that we're going with, and that's going to be how we dangle in lighting, like is over there. And we'll keep that consistent throughout this little part of the town as well. So I got some work to do. I think what I'll probably do is have this one be this palette, keep this one the same, keep this like our sort of neutral palette, and then make... actually, this one's really big and already done. Why don't we keep this one the same? We'll make this one a color just for simplicity's sake. But I have a lot of changing out to do, so let's do that, and then we'll go from there. Well, you just missed me dying. A pillager patrol spawn just ran right at my butt and took me out. Anyway, I've recovered all my stuff, I believe. Every time I sometimes think I recovered all my stuff, but then I actually look and I didn't, but I'm pretty sure I had 2 picks, a shovel, my fortune shovel, my 1 hoe. I think I got everything anyway. Hey, so I think we're done. I think we're done with this little segment of town. And what do you think? Yeah. So I only got these 3 houses. There is actually one behind us over there. It's just an A-frame, and we'll probably just include that with the next phase. But yeah, I think this is nice. You know, I like it. It's very different for me and for this place. I think it's busy, but not crazy busy, and I think it's cool. I definitely need more bone meal. So I made a little AFK thing by my ink farm, and I'm going to see if maybe I can position in the right place where I can get almost all salmon and no squid. I don't know. I need to probably make like just a cod farm. I need to figure out where cod spawn and then make a cod farm, I guess, because yeah, I really need bone meal. I need like tons and tons of bone. I need like an inexhaustible supply of bone meal. And right now I don't have any. So yeah, if you have any ideas for how to make a cod only farm and where, you know, then I will happily make that somewhere. I don't really know how that works. Anyway, that is going to wrap it up for me today. I will see you all tomorrow with another episode of Bedrock Survival with Fix. I do have something special coming, a little bit of a different video that I just want to do just for my own sake, and I think it's going to be fun. And if you want to come along for me, it's going to be coming out later on this week. Also, if you didn't watch the Lore of Tovalin episode, make sure you do. We're working on episode 3 right now. Me and I've recruited so many of my friends to help me. We have a cast of like 7 of us now doing those, so it's a lot of fun, and hopefully you enjoy it. It's a drama set in this world, and it's going to explore the lore of this world as well. So all right, that's gonna do it for me. I'll see y'all next time. Bye everybody.